boy named Sue. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Mama and me except this old guitar and an empty bottle of Moo. Well, I don't blame him because he run ahead, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Well, some guy would giggle and I'd turn red, and some guy would laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean, and my fists got hard and my wits got keen, and I roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and the stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and the bars, and I'd kill the man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry, and I figured I'd stop in and have myself a brew. And on an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table a dealing stud sat that dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had. And I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die," that's what I said. So I hit him hard right between his eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he came up with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear. So I hit him with a chair right across his teeth. We crashed through the wall out onto the street, kicking in the gouge and in the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I'll tell you that I fought tougher men. I certainly cannot remember when, because it kicked like a mule and it bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first, and then I just sort of saw him standing there looking at me. And then I saw him smile and he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew that I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd either have to get tough or die. And it's that name that's helped to make you strong. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know that you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the guts and the spit in your eye. 'Cause I'm that dirty, no good, low-down son of a that named you Sue. What could I do? What could I do?" Well, I got all choked up, and I threw down my gun, and I called him my pa, and he called me son. And I came away with a different point of view. I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, well, I think I'm gonna name him Bell George, any damn thing but Sue. I still hate that name, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.